WBSM.
It is always a pleasure to welcome Peter Cohenno of SouthCoast Health to the airwaves with a very special guest this morning. Kathy Wilbur's with you. But first, good morning. Always a pleasure.
Good morning, Phil. It's always great to be here.
Thank you. February is Heart Health Awareness Month.
It is. It's National Heart Month, and so we've been working in partnership with SouthCoast Health has been working in partnership with WBSM and Fund 107 to raise awareness this month. Just talking about the different ways that you can keep your heart healthy, and we thought it would be great to have Kathy here to talk a little bit about smoking specifically. I can tell you that our doctors, if you ask them what's one of the best ways to protect your heart, they will tell you stop smoking first and foremost. I think the misconception is that smoking only affects your lungs, but in reality, it's the toxins that you're taking into your body when you smoke actually affects all different parts, and your heart is one of the major organs that suffers from it, and so. We just wanted to. I know the last thing that folks who smoke want to hear is a lecture about why you should quit, but I think it's important to kind of hear the facts that are proven, and ton of research has shown the connection between smoking and heart disease at this point, and so there's really not a question about it. And I guess our goal is to get out here and to talk about that connection and give people some maybe healthy options, some reasons to quit smoking.
Kathy Wilbur, now, what group do you represent?
Sure. So thanks for having me.
You bet. And it's nice to see you again. It was how many years ago?
Oh, maybe 3 or 4 now.
There we go. I'm going to have to take more ginkgo. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
You are with?
I'm with Seven Hills Behavioral Health, and I'm the program manager of the Southeast Tobacco-Free Community Partnership, which is kind of a mouthful, but a great program.
Okay, what do you do with the program?
I do a bunch of different things. I work in 60 communities actually on the South Coast, and I do a lot of prevention and education work, including this kind of work to talk about, cessation opportunities and things like that.
Have you firsthand seen somebody who was a smoker stop because of the program?
Well, sure. I think I work a lot in housing authorities or just in the community, and we see a lot of people really make a huge effort to quit smoking, and it's not an easy thing. Studies say that nicotine is actually more addictive than heroin. It's a harder addiction to quit, believe it or not. It's a really powerful addictive substance. So when somebody attempts to quit smoking, it is no small feat, and it takes so much willpower and work. And so anybody who has successfully quit or even tried, we give so much credit to.
And Seven Hills working in conjunction with SouthCoast Health. What is the awareness program like? What do you do? Where do you go? Give us a few of the incidentals.
Sure. So, like I said, we work a lot with smoke-free housing, and that could be public or private housing. Anybody that's looking to make their building smoke-free, which is a really important thing because it gets all of that smoke out of the building and makes the air cleaner for everybody who lives there. But I also do work, at various community groups, speaking to people who might work with smokers to give them the resources they need that if and when they're ready to quit or cut down, they have what they need.
Resources like what?
So the biggest resource that I like to promote is the helpline. It's the Smokers Helpline. It's 1-800-QUIT-NOW. It's a telephone-based counseling service, open 24/7 with some holiday exceptions, but for the most part, 24/7 all year round. It's a totally free counseling service. So on the other end of the phone is a trained cessation counselor, and you call the first time, they do a quick intake with you. They ask you about your smoking habits and your goals. So even though the number is 1-800-QUIT-NOW, you can use it just if you want to cut down. So we promote this a lot, especially with housing. If you're looking to comply with the new smoke-free rule, but you don't want to go outside at night, you can, use this resource to come up with strategies to help you get through the night without that cigarette.
Now, do you give cessation gum or patches or anything like that to help the smoker?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't personally give that out, but the helpline offers it totally free to those who are medically eligible, up to 4 weeks of it totally free. Gum, lozenge, you can just ask about it and they can mail it right to you.
Right. SouthCoast Health is very much aware of the side effects or direct effects that this goes right to the heart of the matter, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Pun intended.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
no, it has a huge. So South Coast Health, we're obviously very proud of what we offer for, treatment of heart disease and different types of heart issues. But what we would prefer is the prevention of, we can treat your heart disease, but we'd rather you not have the heart disease for us to treat. And so, looking at causes of illnesses and trying to get out ahead of that is something that we work very hard to do. That's why we have community partners like the Tobacco Free Partnership, and we work with so many groups around who have expertise in certain preventative treatments or preventative approaches for a healthy lifestyle. And so, I think at South Coast we understand how difficult it is. We look at all forms of addiction, not just for the physical addiction that they have, but the underlying behavioral issue that has led to your addiction. I mean, so many different types of addictions are formed because people need to self-medicate some other type of issue that they have. So, I understand that it's so difficult to quit tobacco when you're addicted, and I think it's even more difficult to do so when you're doing it for a reason, whether it's to calm anxiety, whether it's for some social reason, whatever it might be that got you started on it in the first place. Any type of drug, I think finding ways to manage those issues that have led to the addiction is the key step to being able to break your addiction. You have to get over the physical part of it, obviously, but if you smoke because you get anxious and you need the tobacco to calm you down, look at things like meditation, look at things like getting some extra exercise or sleep or diet, just these healthy alternatives that are proven to make us feel better and make us cope with the stresses of life better in a healthy way. I think that's an important piece to add in order to quit any addiction, in particular smoking.
Peter Cohenno, South Coast Health. Kathy Wilbur of Seven Hills. What's the 800 number? Is it Quit Now?
1-800-QUIT NOW, yeah.
1-800-QUIT NOW. It's a wonderful resource. Kathy, let me give you a minute to sum up your thoughts on this, and then we'll get to Peter.
All right. So, I think the big message that we want to get out there is to keep trying. So as any smoker can tell you, it's very rare to successfully quit on your first try. Like I said, it's a really powerful addiction and it's a hard thing to do, but it's so important for your health for the reasons that Peter was talking about. So we really emphasize this keep trying message that, if it takes you 7 or 8 or 9 times, you're not alone in that, and that it's still worth it. Every try gets you closer to being quit for good.
I agree. I was one of them. For many, many, many years. Absolutely. Good advice. Kathy Wilbur from Seven Hills, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Peter, you always bring a wealth of information, and of course, this being a very special month, let me give you the last word here.
Sure, yeah. I mean, we really wanted to highlight smoking today, but heart health, it goes beyond that. It's living a healthy lifestyle. It's getting out and exercising, making sure that you do whatever you physically can. If you're not in shape to be able to go out and run, a mile at a brisk pace, then just get out and walk. Get your heart rate up, get it moving. There's so much evidence that just shows a brisk 20-minute walk every single day can do wonders for your health. You really don't have to go out, and I think people feel like if you can't dedicate an hour in the gym of working hard on a treadmill or working hard on the weights, that you might as well not even bother because you're not getting the benefits out of it, and that's just not true. Just getting out and walking around your neighborhood, the weather's getting nicer now. We have a partnership with Buzzards Bay Coalition where they offer different walks almost every weekend. Look for that, but otherwise, it doesn't have to be anything too organized. Just get out, walk. And again, eating healthy. I know last time when I was on a few weeks ago, we talked about eating healthy. That's try to kind of stick with a plant-based diet. Red meat is proven to have a connection to heart disease, so making that a special thing, not part of your regular diet, maybe once, twice a month. These are all little things that will help with your heart health.
I feel better already. Thank you both. Peter Cohenno, who is the spokesperson and eloquent speaker on behalf of South Coast Health. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Phil.
Kathy Wilbur of Seven Hills, great job again. And let's not wait another 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you both. We'll be right back to wrap up this hour and head into the 9 o'clock ABC newscast.
New Bedford's wake-up call. Phil Paleologos on New Bedford's News Talk Station, 1420 WBSM.
Hello, New Bedford. Geico presents things that'll make you feel